So there's two types of players. Say, I hope and I think. So the guy who hopes and thinks, I hope and think I'll make this play, hope and think I'll be good at Gonzaga, hope and think I get drafted. You know what? You're a low frequency human being. Gravity. Okay, throw your hat up and watch what happens. What happens? Yeah, and the higher up you throw it, what? The harder it what?
Comes down.
That's the law of gravity. You cannot defy gravity. It's impossible. Okay? It's the law of the universe. Well, the law, okay, also of the universe is the law of attraction. Okay? And that means there's energy. There's energy in everything. The gravity is energy. It's just sucking your hat down to the ground. You can't see the energy, but it's there. Okay? So when you hope and think, you literally have a low frequency. So if I have a meter that can measure your frequency, you can't see waves, right? You can't see them, but you can feel them. What do you think a dog does when it knows you're scared? It wants to kill you. But what happens when you say, let's go? I've done it to pit bulls before. I'm like, ah! What does a pit bull do? It's like, whoa, what the heck's going on here? Because they've never been pursued. Okay? What does a horse do when you're on the back of a stud or a pretty strong-willed horse and you're afraid? What will it do? It will run you into the ground, okay? Because it knows, it can feel your energy, okay? It can literally feel you. The pitcher can feel you, and he doesn't even know he can feel you. It's unconscious waves that you can feel. That's why confidence dominates everything, okay? Because there's an energy wave. So when I say I can and I will, say I can and I will. Say I can and I will. Say ICIW. And I hope and I think is now the low frequency. And you're going to notice any time that you're not at your best, like, wow, man, I'm not playing that great right now. I'm hitting okay. Just went through the tournament. You know why? Because you hope and you think. If I know I can and I will, see, it's a way you train your mind to think. Because when you focus on the confident side, and when I focus on I can and I will, you know what happens? Your frequency goes like this, literally. Whoosh. The energy field goes out like quadruple. And what happens is you draw results. So if I go out on the mound during the World Series this year when Kershaw is on the mound, I say, how you feeling, Kersh? He's like, I can and I will. And if I have a frequency meter, I can literally feel his frequency and see it on the meter, and it's out about 10 feet. Okay? The years before when he was struggling, how you feeling, Kersh? I feel okay. Hope we'll get this next guy out. Literally, his frequency is shallow. He's a low frequency pitcher. And when you have low frequency, you cannot draw the results you want. It's impossible. It's like defying gravity. So you have this magnet. Take a look. This is I hope and I think. This right here is the result I want. What happens? You guys ever do magnets? You put them backwards? What happens? It's impossible. That's why Kershaw and David Price and these guys that are the best, they get to these big games, they can't win because they can't get their minds right. Most players, when they get to the World Series, do not play well. It's because they've never been there. They have uncertainty. They hope. I think. The teams that been there usually win. Why? Because they've been there. Now they know. Then they go, I can and I will. We've done this before. You know what happens? Say, I can and I will. Look what the result. Boom. Game over. In the Lions, you're going to see in the video, you guys saw, what did the Lions feel? The frequency of someone coming. The Lions weigh 800 pounds. There's 15. That's like 20,000 pounds of lions. Okay? Literally run from 3 old men. One guy's 65. They weigh about $150 each. And the lions just go, gone. Because they believe. And once doubt creeped into their mind, if it did, you know what the lion would have done? Turned and ate him. It would have happened in seconds. Because the lion can feel you. Okay? The hitter can feel you. The ball can feel you, literally. So you have your glove right here, and you have this magnet, okay? This is I can and I will. It's facing this way, and you're like, why does the ball keep going in my glove? And every time I throw it to the first baseman, it's in and out, and you're out. Why? Because I believe. P. Rose has no tools. Run, hit, field, throw, hit for power, sub 50. He's like 35 to 40. He doesn't have one major league tool, and he's arguably the greatest player of all time. He rolls in. He's got this beat up suitcase. He's like 5'7". He walks in like this, up and back. The manager walks up to him. He's like, who are you? You know what he said? He says, I'm your new second baseman. Like, get your mind right. Who do you think I am? I'm Pete Rose. He's in the big leagues, like, boom. And he's rookie of the year. And he starts winning World Series. And he's MVP. He's everything. And he's the greatest hitter of all time because he has frequency. And everybody around him can feel it. Why do you think they would win World Series when you take the worst teams? The worst teams. What does Tom Brady do? He has the frequency, and he was the worst player in high school, by the way. We told you, tools, size, strength, it's all overrated. Get your mind right. Say, my greatest strength is my confidence. And you train yourself like Pete Rose. Pete Rose had no right to think the way he did. You have the right to think any way you want. Pete Rose looking at his body, he's got no right, but you know what? He made a decision. I'm your new second baseman, and I'll be in the big leagues in a year. And you know what he was? Rookie of the year. He's 5'7" with no tools, guys. Come on, are you kidding? Say, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Elbow up the guy next to you and say, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get the other guy, boom, get your mind right. Then I want you to say, I'm a high frequency player and I've come to change the game. I'm a high frequency player. That's your mindset. I'm a high frequency player that comes to change the game, because most come to play the game. I don't come to play the game. I'm Pete Rose. I come to change the game, and that's why he changed the game, because his frequency is another level.